Hey team, we are back and we're doing another sparring breakdown video. We're going to break down me and my student Gillian. I'm Justin, I'm the black belt on the bottom. Gillian is the girl on top, and we're going to break down some of our roles. Gillian just finished her first MMA fight. She's kind of coming back to Jiu-Jitsu after taking a little break. And yeah, we're just going to kind of have a fun roll here. This is kind of near the end of the session. And Gillian's a bit tired, but we're gonna keep it fun and playful, and we're gonna go through some good positions and stuff, and any submissions we kind of come across during this roll, I'm gonna break down for you guys, and yeah, we'll just kind of watch it from here. So we saw Gillian just hit a nice guard pass. She's pinning a bicep now, moving into mount, and we see her start looking to set up an armbar here. I put on a rear naked choke defense, and we see her start to pry the arm overhead. I try to slip my head through. Gillian does a great job funneling her left leg inside and now bridging her hips up to finish. This is actually an armbar that I'm having Gillian work on kind of specifically for her, just to kind of tighten up her armbar game. We'll go back real quick because I quite like this armbar, and this would be a fun one for me to break down. So entry-wise is pretty standard, like nothing too fancy here. We're just seeing Gillian come in with a good crossface here. You're going to see my hands come inside. And essentially all Gillian needs to do now is make sure she gets good control of my elbow here. And she's going to do that by sliding her knee up towards the back of my head. If she can get her knee up into this position here, it's going to help her isolate my arm, and she can start sitting through for the arm lock. So we see her there. There's the angle cut. Now she's got to pass the leg over the head. And as she sits back, I put on my defense. This is pretty standard stuff here. And we see her start to pry the arm free, but I slip my head through, and you can watch as Gillian starts trying to pummel this leg inside. This is going to be like key to make this technique work, is making sure this leg comes inside. And now what she can do is she can cross her feet, and this is what's going to open up the position. So this is a less traditional armbar position we'll see here as she falls back. Because she doesn't have that left leg over the head, it's actually underneath the shoulder, she still has enough control over me where she can finish the armbar. So essentially here, like traditionally we'd see this bottom leg come over the head, but as you guys can see, Gillian has her legs crossed here. It's almost kind of like a triangle arm lock position instead. So now all she has to do is bridge her hips up, which she does very well, in the next frame here, and gets the tap. So if you guys want to look for a nice little variation, if you got someone that likes to bridge out of arm locks, this is a really nice one you can do. There's a couple more submissions in this roll. I'm going to let them kind of play out, and then we'll break them down as we go here. We'll kind of skip ahead here because we're a bit slow to restart. And again, we have Gillian passing on the outside here. And I'm still kind of cleaning up some of Gillian's passing and stuff, helping her kind of get used to kind of like establishing her grips properly as she comes in here. But she's doing a good job, blocking the legs, and we see her hit a quick circle here. Again, we have some good laughs during this roll. It's a bit playful, but yes, still some good jiu-jitsu in it. Again, we see Gillian pop up the knee on belly now, looking to attack my arm. We see Gillian look for a key lock, but I'm just straightening my arm here, making it difficult for her to keep the bend in my arm. And again, me just kind of pummeling my hand through different positions here. We see her dismount and move back into side control where she had a Kimura attempt. It didn't quite work out for her though. She's still got a nice underhook here, so I'm kind of giving her an opportunity to work on that underhook. But I have a nice bite on her foot, so I'm kind of playing some coyote half here, Lucas Leach style half guard. Just kind of making things hard for her, making it hard for her to finish that Americana. And I roll her through. And as I come on top here, it opens up a nice little submission for Gillian. Well, actually, this is the other one that I wanted to break down. So she does a good job locking a triangle from here and then attacking Kimura. So this is kind of like an interesting thing that comes up, and it's actually a big rule of mine as something to avoid, which is leaving your hand between the legs after you sweep. So this is actually kind of where it starts, so this is kind of perfect. You see like already my hands between Gillian's legs here, right? I'm using this hand as kind of an underhook to help pull me into position better. Now, what's going to happen is underhooks are great, especially in half guard, and when you use this roll, it's excellent. And what I'm gonna do is this is like a lazy mistake on my part, is I left my hand between Gillian's legs. So as soon as I pass here, what she's gonna do is she's gonna push into my head, which she's doing already. We can see that with the frame. But this is gonna give her space to throw this outside leg over my head. And that's what's gonna allow her to cross her feet and start locking up this triangle. So it's pretty much just right after this. So you see her pass the leg over, cross her feet. And now, here's the issue, right? So if I was normally in side control, I'd be chest to chest with Gillian, but because she threw this leg over, she's effectively pulling my arm away from my body, right? So my arm, this hand that's underneath here that was controlling Gillian's head for head control and good pressure and side control with my shoulder, is now getting extended away from my body. So instead of my shoulder being lined up with Gillian's jaw, it's down on her stomach now. So now this arm is very much overextended, this one here with my hand behind her head. So this is what's going to make it easy for Gillian to reach over with her hand here, and this is why she's able to pick up that Kimura. So we see her reach over, she switches her grips, and there's the Kimura finish, right? So she's just reaching through, making sure that she has a good grip on the forearm. The only thing that would make Gillian's position a little bit better if she wasn't using her thumb. She's got her thumb here, which is affecting her ability to rotate my hand behind the back efficiently. So Gillian, if you're watching, make sure you clean that grip up. I think we have a couple other submissions, and there's some fun passes and stuff that we're playing with, so we'll kind of let things progress here. Again, me just kind of chatting with her after about things we can do differently. And we go back to the roll. Again, just me now putting some pressure on her, trying to make some effort to pass here. Again, we see her circle. And I'm just on the defensive, again, giving her opportunities to attack now. We see her pop up to on belly, and she starts looking for the same armbar, but she makes a little mistake here with her positioning. She throws this leg over the head, so I just use it to start coming on top. But Gillian does a great transition here and switches to the back. And we see her pummel her hands actually and go palm to palm for the rear naked choke. So a really nice finish. I'm not going to break down that one. We might break down one more move. I think we got a little bit of time left. We'll just kind of break it down as it comes up. Gillian getting the idea that she wants to work on some cartwheel passing. So I think cartwheel passes are great. If you guys have ever watched Kazushi Sakuraba or Leo Vera, those are two guys that really made this pass popular. And it is a legitimate pass, so if you can get used to setting up your cartwheel, it's a great move you can do. It's very simple. If you just know how to do cartwheel, all you got to do is put one hand between the legs and then jump over. Very fun, kind of like old school guard passing technique. Again, watch Sakuraba do to the Gracies. It's fantastic. He was super good at it. Again, we've seen Gillian come back and finish with the armbar again. And yeah, I think that's where time expired. So yeah, kind of a fun roll. We had some fun transitions in it and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are getting a lot out of these breakdowns, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you guys have questions about any of these moves, you want to see more of anything specific, feel free to leave them in the comments. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching.